Ever feel like a robot while testing, clicking the same buttons, entering the same data, and checking the same login page over and over? What if you could build a real robot to do that for you? Welcome to Chapter 1, the world of test automation. So, what is test automation? The test automation engineering qualification is aimed at anyone involved in software testing and test automation. This includes people in roles such as testers, test analysts, test automation engineers, test consultants, test architects, test managers, and software developers. Test automation or automation testing is the practice of using software tools and scripts to automatically execute test cases, compare actual results with expected results, and report defects without manual intervention. Think of it as using a special software tool to set up your tests automatically, run the tests without a human clicking buttons, compare the results, pass, fail instantly. So, why is everyone talking about automation? Well, it's because it gives your testing team some serious superpowers. Here is why we love it. Point 1. Speed. First up, super speed. A robot doesn't need to move a mouse or type manually. It can blaze through hundreds of tests in the time it takes you to grab a cup of coffee. It runs much faster than any human ever could. Point 2. Superpowers. Parallelism. Next, it has actual superpowers. It can do things humans simply can't, like running 100 different tests at the exact same time. Imagine trying to use 100 computers at once by yourself. Impossible, but for automation, it's just another Tuesday. Point 3. Accuracy. Then there's the no mistakes factor. Humans get tired, bored, or distracted, especially on a Friday afternoon. But a robot, it never gets sleepy and it doesn't make typos. It eliminates human error completely. Point 4. Fast feedback. One of the best parts is fast feedback. In the old days, a developer might wait days to find out if their code broke something. With automation, they get an answer in minutes. This helps the whole team move faster. Point 5. Consistency. And finally, consistency. If you run a test today, next week, or next year, the automation will follow the exact same steps, in the exact same order, every single time. You get results you can actually trust. But wait, before you start automating everything, we need to talk about the price. Automation isn't free, and it isn't always easy. Here are the challenges you'll face. Expensive. First, there's the expensive start. You often need to buy specialized software tools and, more importantly, you need to hire experts like test automation engineers who know how to build these complex systems. Then, there's the time factor. Writing these robot scripts takes a lot of time, often much longer than just testing it once by hand. Automation can also be very strict and rigid. Unlike a human, a robot isn't flexible. If a developer changes the name of a button or moves it just a little bit, the automation gets confused, hits a wall, and breaks. And new risks. Remember, automation code is still software. If your automation code is messy or has errors, it can actually introduce new bugs or give you false passes, making you think the app is fine when it's actually broken. You have to test your tests. Finally, we have to be honest. Automation is powerful, but it isn't a human. There are some boundaries it just can't cross. Here are the 3 big things automation simply can't do. Not for everything. Not everything should be automated. Some tests are just better done by humans. For example, if you're testing a brand new feature that changes every day, or a very complex scenario that only happens once a year, writing a script for it is a waste of time. Sometimes, the human touch is just more efficient. The no-brain problem. Automation has no brain. It's not smart. It will check exactly what you told it to check, nothing more. If you tell it to check if a button works, it will do that. But if the rest of the screen is completely ugly, overlapping, or the colors are eye-straining, the robot won't care. Lastly, it's machine only. Automation can only verify things a computer can easily read, like numbers, specific text, or code responses. It can't judge beauty or human emotion. So, we know what automation is, but what is the actual point? Why do companies spend so much time and money on it? It usually comes down to three big reasons. First is speed and efficiency. Imagine you have to check 500 different links on a website. A human would take hours and probably a lot of coffee to finish. A computer can do it in seconds. Automation turns hours of work into minutes of waiting, letting the team release new features much faster. Second is reliability and accuracy. Let's be honest, humans get bored. When we do the same thing over and over, we stop paying attention and start making mistakes. But a script never gets bored. It is 100% reliable. It performs the exact same steps and checks the exact same data every single time, without ever missing a detail. Finally, there is the big one, regression testing. Every time a developer adds something new, there's a risk they might accidentally break something old. We use automation to run a safety net of tests that check the entire app every single day. This ensures that new changes don't ruin the hard work we've already done. And that's a wrap on Chapter 1. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you a clear picture of why automation is such a game changer for our industry and how it helps us build better software faster. In our next video, we'll be moving on to Chapter 2, where we learn exactly how to prepare for your first automation project. Until then, keep learning, keep testing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.